Wacky World presents the story of George Washington and how he got to be the most famous dead American living. Once upon a time, America used to belong to England. The people got their clothes from England. They got their food from England. They even got their cowboys from England.
Take that, you blighter. You got me, old bean.
And even though they were Yankees, they were ruled by the British Empire.
You're out!
But there was nothing the people could do about it, except throw pop bottles. Then one day, a baby named George Washington got born. And right away, people knew there would be lots of changes made, especially George's mother. Up till then, presidents were always born poor. Like, for instance, Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin which he built himself. But George Washington was born rich. Whee! Which made his parents very happy, because they needed the money. So George bought his father a big farm where he could grow his own tobacco. And he even bought himself a horse, which he would often take out riding.
Happy birthday, Georgie dear. Happy birthday, Georgie dear.
One day, it got to be George's birthday.
Happy birthday, Georgie dear. Happy birthday, Georgie dear.
But instead of just clothes, his mother gave him a real present. Oh, boy, an axe! So he took and tried it on a cherry tree. And it works well, except for one thing.
Who did that?
I did, Dad, with my very own hatchet. George's father was so proud of him for telling the truth that he didn't even spank him. But he just hollered and screamed a while. And that's how George Washington learned that honesty is the best policy. Pretty soon, George grew up to be a gentleman farmer, and he heard people complaining about the tax on everything.
Ow! Ooh, ouch! Ouch!
Which were put there by the King of England. This made the people so mad that they got dressed up like Indians, sneaked on an English boat, and threw their tea into the ocean. Next, they went to George Washington and appointed him General of the Army.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you!
So he quickly mustered his troops
Next.
and marched them off to war.
Hip, hop, come on, dress it up there.
Only first, he sent out Paul Revere to warn the people.
Ow!
Quickly, Paul Revere rode over Helendale, shouting a warning.
Look out, Helen. I can't steer.
Then he woke up the Minutemen.
Wake up, Minutemen. Just a minute.
Yeah, just a minute!
Meanwhile, back at the Valley Forge, the American soldiers were fighting a desperate battle, and General Washington had to use all kinds of military tic-tacs, like hand-to-hand combat
Gotcha!
and guerrilla warfare. Then suddenly winter came, and the soldiers were freezing on account of they didn't have any warm food or hot clothing, so that pretty soon they caught all kinds of diseases, like bronchopneumonia, scarlet fever, and nagging backache. It looked like America was losing the first Cold War. But suddenly, George Washington got a terrific idea. He would get his soldiers a new flag. So he called time out and went to see his friend Betsy Ross.
What's up, George? Oh, it's nice to see you.
I cannot tell a lie. I need a new flag.
So Betsy Ross quick made him one. And from then on, the Americans started in to fight for real. Until finally, the British soldiers chose him for president.
Evens. Chinky shows.
Pretty soon, he got to marry a lady named Martha Washington.
Do you take this lady to be your awful wedded wife?
And they moved in to the White House, where he became known as the father of our country. And that's why nowadays, people all over the world like to collect his picture.